Baker Mayfield, the second-year quarterback from Oklahoma, will pilot this offense as the Browns get set for their first drive.
Back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a Jarvis Landry. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 50 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready.
In this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 76 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen.
10 at their own 26. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now past another. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Man, defensively, that.
First down, Mayfield. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And they are wasting little time. From from the gun. Mayfield on the move to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching.
Last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
We get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 36 yards, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw.
Cleveland geared up to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action?
Mayfield on play action. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together. And
that time there to get a hand on it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I know we love our jobs.
It's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown.
Run some type of misdirection. You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep, and got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down here
on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very...
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Beckham, 70 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Offense now as they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first offense.
A big play that time on the catch and run. They go play action here on first down. They'll let it go. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
They shredded it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receiver?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they get... And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 19 yards away. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving...
No, I can't be responsible. It ain't my fault.